Imagine this. It's late evening, the house is quiet, and your phone lights up on the table. A new message on WhatsApp or Telegram. The name on the screen makes your heart soften for a moment. Grandson Alex or daughter Emily. The photo is familiar. The first line reads, "Grandma, it's me. I'm in a bit of trouble, can you help?" Before you even finish the sentence, your mind is already racing ahead. What happened? Is he hurt? What can you do? And somewhere, very far from your living room, a stranger who has never met your family is watching and waiting, hoping you'll answer before you start asking questions. The message continues, and the story gets worse with every line. "I changed my number. Don't call this one. I can't talk right now. I had a small accident. I don't want mom and dad to know. I just need some money until tomorrow to fix it. Please don't tell anyone. I'm so embarrassed." It sounds exactly like something your real grandchild might say. The slang is right. The way they write is right. They even mention details from your life. The city you live in, the name of the dog, the fact that you spoke last week about their exams. None of it feels fake. In that moment, the last thing on your mind is fraud. All you can think is, "I have to help. I'll sort out the details later." But here's the twist most people never see coming. Every detail that makes that message feel real may have been carefully collected long before you saw it. Scammers spend days, sometimes weeks, scrolling through public profiles, photos, family comments, holiday posts. They learn names, birthdays, pet names, school names. They see how your grandson writes, which emojis he uses, how he jokes with you in the comments. Then they build a mask, a new number, a profile picture stolen from his page. And when they finally write, "It's me," they're not guessing. They are performing a role they have rehearsed in silence, waiting for the moment your love will be stronger than your suspicion. Let's slow down and pull back the curtain on how that performance is put together. It often starts in the most innocent place, social media. Photos of family dinners, graduation ceremonies, birthday cakes, comments like, "Proud of you, my sweet boy," or "Love you, grandma." On their own, these posts feel harmless, even joyful. But to a scammer, they are puzzle pieces. They show who is close to who comments often, who lives in which city. They reveal which older relative is active online, who responds quickly, who seems emotionally involved. The scammer doesn't need to know everything about your life. They just need enough to sound like someone you already trust. Once they've chosen a target, maybe a grandparent who comments on every photo, they create a new account or get a fresh phone number. The new profile uses a real picture stolen from your grandchild's page. The name is almost the same, maybe an extra emoji, a dot, or a middle name. They send a first message that explains the difference. "My old phone broke. I lost access to my account. I'm using this number now. Save it." This simple sentence is very important because it gives you a reason not to call the old number to check. They are quietly closing the easiest door you could use to verify who they are. Now comes the emotional hook. Scammers almost never start with, "Hey, send me money for no reason." They start with a problem that feels urgent, embarrassing, and fixable. A small car accident, a lost wallet, trouble with a landlord, a missed bill. Something that sounds serious enough to need help, but not so dramatic that you immediately suspect a hoax. And there is always a request for secrecy. "Please don't tell mom and dad. They'll be so angry." Or, "I'm so ashamed. I don't want the whole family to know." This secrecy is not there by accident. It's there to isolate you, to make you feel like the only person who can rescue them, and to keep you from asking another family member, "Did you hear about this?"
While your heart is racing and your fingers are hovering over the keypad, the scammer is carefully watching how you respond. If you show concern, they add a little more pressure. "I'm scared. They might call the police. I have to pay before tonight." If you hesitate, they send another message. "I knew I could trust you," or "You're the only one I can turn to." These lines are not about money yet. They are about identity. They are reminding you that you are a caring grandparent, a reliable parent, a person who shows up when family needs help. Saying no in that moment doesn't feel like refusing a stranger. It feels like failing someone you love. The cleverness of this kind of scam is not in advanced technology, but in simple human psychology. Most older adults grew up in a world where if someone said they were your relative and they knew family details, it was probably true. You didn't have to question your own phone. You didn't have to wonder whether a picture was real. Now the rules have changed. but the heart has not. You still want to believe your loved ones. You still want to help. Scammers know this, and they don't attack your bank account directly. They walk in through the front door of your emotions, wearing a familiar face. And it isn't only family and trouble stories. The same tricks appear in messages from delivery services, online stores, or support teams. Maybe one day you get a text that says, "We tried to deliver your package. Please pay a small fee to reschedule." There's a link. The amount is tiny, just a couple of dollars. It feels harmless, like a routine annoyance. Or you see a message. Your account will be blocked. Confirm your details now. The logo looks right. The name of the company is almost perfect. In each case, the pattern is the same. Urgency, a quick request, and a link that promises to solve everything in seconds. What happens after you tap that link is the part that usually stays hidden. Instead of going to a real website, you may land on a page designed to copy one you recognize. The address at the top of the screen is slightly different, but the colors, logos, and layout look familiar. You're asked to log in, or to put in your card number to verify your identity, or to pay a small fee. The moment you type those numbers and hit send, they don't vanish into some secure system. They are captured, stored, sent straight to the people who built the fake page. With just a few clicks, what seemed like a simple everyday action becomes an open door into your accounts. The worst part is that it often doesn't stop with one person. Once scammers gain access to an account, your email, your messaging app, your social media, they can start speaking in your voice to other people you love. Now it's not grandson to grandma, it's grandma to aunt, uncle to cousin, friend to friend. They can send the same kinds of stories from a face everyone trusts. "I'm in trouble. Please help. Don't tell anyone." In a matter of hours, one small click can grow into a web of lies that stretches across an entire family or circle of friends, pulling in anyone who responds with kindness faster than caution.
Right now, you might be thinking back over your own messages. Maybe you remember a strange text from a delivery service or a new account that claimed to be your relative. Maybe you even helped once and only later discovered it wasn't who you thought. If that's the case, this is not a reason for shame. It's proof that you are exactly the kind of person scammers look for: caring, responsive, willing to help. The problem is not your heart. The problem is that the world has given criminals tools to borrow the voices of the people you love. That's why this conversation matters. Not to make you afraid of every message, but to give you a calm, clear picture of how these tricks really work. In the next part, we'll sit down together and turn all of this into simple rules you can actually use. Rules for what to do when a relative writes from a new number. Rules for how to treat any link that arrives out of the blue. Rules for when to say, "I'll check and call you back," instead of "I'll send it right now." Nothing too technical. Nothing that requires you to become an expert. Just small, practical habits that keep your heart kind and your phone a lot less dangerous. When a strange message pops up on your screen, the most powerful tool you have is not a special app or a complicated setting. It's a small pause, a deep breath, a quiet moment where you say to yourself, "Wait, before I help, I check." This second part is about turning that pause into a few simple habits, habits that don't kill your kindness but protect it. Think of it as putting a sturdy frame around your good heart so that no one can so easily use it against you. Let's start with the most important rule for any message that comes from family asking for money or help. The screen alone is never proof of who is talking to you. A name can be copied, a photo can be stolen, a writing style can be imitated. So whenever a message says, "It's me from a new number," or "Don't call, I can't talk, just send," your answer is not, "Of course." Your answer is, "I need to hear your voice." That can mean calling their old number that you already have saved. It can mean calling another family member to ask, "Is Alex really in trouble?" It can mean asking a simple question only the real person would know, like, "What was the nickname Grandpa used to call you?" If they refuse a call, if they avoid personal questions, if they push you to act only by text, that is your signal to step back, not lean in. The second habit is about slowing down any situation that feels urgent. Scammers love deadlines. "I have to pay before tonight. If I don't send it in an hour, I'll be in big trouble. The package will be returned if you don't pay now."
All of these lines are designed to rush you past your common sense. So make yourself a promise. No matter how urgent a message sounds, you will never move money or share private information until you've checked it through a different channel. If a delivery company texts you, you go to their official app or website yourself, not through the link they sent. If a bank writes to you, you call the number on the back of your card. If a relative begs you not to tell anyone, you quietly tell at least one trusted person anyway. Urgency belongs to them. The right to take your time belongs to you.
Now think about every link you receive as a door. Some doors lead somewhere safe. Some open directly into a trap. Since you can't always tell which is which just by looking, it helps to have a basic rule. You do not walk through doors that strangers hand you. In practice, that means you don't click payment links from unknown numbers. You don't enter your card details on a website you reached from a random message. You don't log in to confirm your account through a link that arrived out of the blue. Instead, you go the long way around. You type the website address yourself or open the official app you've used before. Yes, it takes a few extra seconds, but those seconds are exactly what stand between almost scammed and money gone. There are also a few quiet changes you can make in your phone and messaging settings that work like extra locks on your digital doors. Many apps allow you to hide your profile photo from strangers, so only people in your contacts can see it. You can limit who can add you to groups without your permission. You can turn on two-step verification, which means even if someone steals your password, they still can't easily break into your account. You don't need to know every technical detail to use these. You can ask a younger relative to help you set them up, or ask at a trusted phone shop. One careful evening spent strengthening your settings can protect you from months of headaches later. But the strongest shield you can build is not a setting, it's an agreement with the people you love. A family rule that says, anytime someone asks for money or personal information by message, we double-check with a voice call or in person. That rule protects everyone, not just you. It means your grandchildren know you will always try to call them if they text about trouble. It means your children know they can call you if they get a strange message from you asking for help. You can even turn it into a private code between you and your closest people, a word or phrase you agree to use anytime there is a real emergency, one that a stranger could never guess by reading your posts. And if, despite all this, you realize you've already been tricked, maybe you sent money, maybe you clicked a link and entered your card number, the most important thing is what you do next, not what you did yesterday. You act quickly, and you do not carry the blame alone. You contact your bank and ask them to block your card or transfers from your account. You change your passwords for email, messaging apps, and social media, starting with the most important ones. You tell your family what happened, so they know to ignore any strange messages from you that might follow. You share the story not to embarrass yourself, but to cut the scammer's web before it can spread further. Remember, scammers go after good people, people who answer, who care, who don't like to leave loved ones without help. The goal is not to turn you cold or suspicious of everyone. The goal is to help your kindness walk alongside caution, not behind it. You are allowed to say, I love you, and because I love you, I'm going to call you before I send anything. You are allowed to say, I don't click links from messages. I'll open the app myself. You are allowed to say, if this is really urgent, it can wait 2 more minutes while I check. Those small sentences, repeated calmly again and again, are what keep your heart open and your world a much safer place.